G'day everybody, Blue here, back again with another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. We're in front of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette office, and in this episode I intend to hopefully break ourselves back in. I am sort of starting to regret not, going through with combat in the previous episode. But, you know what? It's not the end of the world. We can probably try to get ourselves in there somehow. And, yeah, hopefully shut down this Gazette, because the main editor is spewing up a whole bunch of nonsense about us. Probably commanded by Gortash to do so. But, anyway, let's continue on and let's try and find our way in. Highlights of the previous episode have to be maybe the whole thing with Will and the fact that he's let go of his Blade of Frontiers days and he's accepted who he has become now as the Blade of Avernus. So he did say something about maybe wanting to do a celebration, so I'm kind of keen on maybe going back and having a long rest and seeing where that takes us. But yeah, I mean, we can do that a little bit later. I was sort of thinking about wanting to do the long rest, but we've still got one more short rest to use, and also we've got all these buffs from elixirs and stuff, and you know, I don't really have a lot of elixirs going around, and I was sort of reading recently some of the comments that have been left, and some people were making the suggestion that you know, the ship has sailed for, you know, using elixirs continuously, because I should have been buying like more ingredients and stuff like that from traders, which you know, I haven't exactly been too consistent in doing. Okay, so I don't really see any other way to get in from the ground. So as I mentioned in the previous episode, I think I'm gonna try using Jaheira to see if we can fly our way up into the rooftop to see if there's anything there that would be maybe some kind of an opening which we might be able to use. So she has this form here, the Dire Raven form. I'm just sort of looking at other options. I don't think there are other options. Oh, hang on, no, there are other options here. So, yeah, there are all these other, like, starry form versions of Wild Shape. Owlbear. I don't think there are any other forms that would let us fly. So it's actually kind of good that we've got this pendant on now, because we can do this Dire Raven, which should let us sort of fly around everywhere.
After the joke, he'll laugh. Leave him some time and then...
Now, I guess one reason why I'm not wanting to have that long rest yet is I'm a little bit concerned about progressing time, because when we had a chat with the editor-in-chief, he did say that by tomorrow the Gazette is going to, you know, be released, and you know, all of the lies will be spread. So I would assume that that means if we take a long rest, we might actually have that occur. I don't know what that means for, you know, options and dialogue options moving forward in the city, if we were branded as, you know, like a, I don't know, absolutionist or whatever. Okay, can't quite make it there for whatever reason. I think I should be able to just go around. So, yeah, this is probably our best bet. But going in there with just Jaheira, is that even wise? I'm not sure. Let's just do a quick save here. There's a lot of eyes everywhere. And what we need really is to try and get through the door back there. And possibly down there. Can we even do that? Okay. Bit of success. But again, I don't really know if we can do too much as soon as we get down there. She probably doesn't have the best lockpicking ability. And then once we're through, what then, you know? I'm thinking the best thing that we would want to do is to gather up the party and see if we can...
Let's get going.
Well, essentially make sure that everyone's together and then we go into combat. And yes, there will be a couple of Steel Watchers to deal with. Alternatively, do we try to...
I am so glad you asked, Edvard.
disable the Steel Watch? The Lower City Docks. How do we get there? Yeah, that's a long way away. And no doubt we'll need quite a few long rests before we get there. So, yeah. I sort of want to deal with this now, which means we will have to fight those Steel Watch. There's only a couple of them in there, but then there are quite a few other guards. So... these are not the Flaming Fist, though.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Let's see. Jaheira's already in the right spot, so that's okay. I am bringing everyone else back because I think I'm going to grab Gale.
Sharp as ever.
I'm gonna see if I can use Gale to cast Fly on everyone. I assume he has Fly.
What now? Time to press ahead.
Do you feel that? The hells themselves tremble to face such a scourge as Will threatens to be. The blade of Avernus, forged by a Cambion, whetted on a dragon's hide. Those devils won't know what's coming for them.
Ah yes, I guess everyone might have a bit of an opinion on what's happened to Will recently.
I'd be delighted, though someone else will need to watch. Wonderful.
Okay, so we've kept Will here, that's fine.
So, the Blade of Frontiers is dead. Long live the Blade of Avernus. I just hope he stays focused on battling infernal forces. The undead have it hard enough already.
You're undead. So, are vampires considered to be undead? Maybe. Oh, yeah, I just realized, but here's the statue of us. Not bad looking. I guess maybe... So, we're wearing the current armor set. Does that change every time we change a piece of armor? Or perhaps maybe you only get one chance. So, whatever you're wearing at the time of making the order is what gets made. That's probably more likely. Okay, we'll check in with various people about Will's situation.
The Blade of Avernus. How marvelous. It rolls right off the tongue. Tell me, little bug, who should Will's first target be?
Oh, well, careful. Might be you, for all I know. Well, I guess we haven't really made a decision, have we? I wonder if we did choose one of these, do we get, like, some kind of benefit? Look, I'll just say the fourth one. There are plenty of cultists and monsters to go around. Take your pick.
The legend lives. Oh, how the people will applaud their courageous hero. Well, if they're not revolted by those hideous horns. I'll keep the whole devil pulling his strings hush-hush. I promise. Don't worry, I won't keep too tight a leash. He scratches my horns, and I'll scratch his. Ah, the thrill of the unknown. I can't wait to see how this epic plays out.
But I suppose he's already broken his pact, but he still has the powers because Mizora wants to defeat the Elder Brain, thanks to, I guess, her kidnap. But after that, I guess maybe she's gonna take those powers away, right?
The Blade of Avernus. I can't think of a better man than Will to take up the title. It's about time someone stood up to the evil fucks populating the hells.
Gotta love Karlach's insight. Yeah, Jaheira's still out there, so we can't exactly speak to her about it. What about Shadowheart?
It'll bring us closer.
So Will's the Blade of Avernus now. I suppose that's a new sort of frontier for him.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Will intends to take the fights to the very hells themselves? I can think of no one more capable.
Alright, I think that's everyone. Let's head back out there. But before we go, let me just double check that Gale has the ability here to cast Fly. He does not. So that's a problem. Gaseous form? We could do gaseous form instead. But perhaps maybe we could just get him to learn the spell. Or would the... I remember we might actually have like a pair of boots that might give us the spell, but that's okay. Let's get him to learn Fly. If I can bloody find it from the list. Grant Flight. There we go. I mean, it's also a level 3 spell. anyway. So, yeah, 10 turns, but we only need to fly from across the hostel, right? So let me just swap something out. Probably don't need knock. We'll do that. Yep, let's get out there and let's see what we can do.
In my opinion, we should have a steel watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked.
Protria!
Okay, so what we want is to cast Fly on like all of these guys and sort of get them across one by one. I'm not sure how I feel about keeping the Woodwards and the Dryad out here on their own. I suppose we can expend all, like, a whole bunch of spell slots to try and get everyone across. Let's start with blue.
At least things are still interesting.
Nature's servant, still waiting.
Can't give up now. Can't slow down.
Perception check. Not sure for what, but... Oh. Oh, did we fall? How did that happen? Maybe that was a little bit of a height. We do have eyes everywhere, but I suppose this is sort of where we want to be, right? I assume by pulling this lever, this thing comes down and then we'll be able to sort of make our way in. We might not be in a bad position up here because there are going to be quite a few choke points. Yeah, the big concern is just fighting these steel watchers, obviously. Alright, so back we go to Gale.
Attention!
Elminster's not around, so might as well. I venture forth.
Can I jump up there somehow? No. Okay, I'm gonna need Karlak to come back down.
I'd love to, thanks. Saddle up.
How the hell did she... Seriously? Oh, man.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's steel watch? Well,
Oh, what a
I am
mess.
so glad you asked, Edvard. No, a bit too familiar. Mr. Needle.
Magic touch.
Oh, I could go for a good meal. Something over there.
Okay, one of us will do the honors of checking that out. Okay. I mean, I may as well get these guys in as well, because they've already been summoned. Don't suppose the fist would have a problem with us sort of suspiciously flying around everywhere.
In my opinion, we should have a still watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes.
Okay. And one more. Gale. Oh no. Okay, I've just realized, but you can grant flight to 2 people if you if you upcast. Oh, that's a bit of a waste. I should have done that first, but it's alright. All good. I am going to need to try and restore a spell or 2 for Gale.
Certainly.
Okay, finally, we're in position. So, first things first, let's restore some spells. In fact, do I not need the pearl? Arcane recovery. Oh, hang on. No, this is normal arcane recovery. My bad. Let's use arcane recovery first. So, sure, level 3 spells. I can restore maybe a couple of those. And then I will use the amulet. And we do... Oh, okay, I guess we just have one option then. Maybe I should have restored like a level 4 spell slot with arcane recovery, but that's okay. So, quick save here. And yeah, this is where we'll find out what we can actually do.
My, you found me.
Okay, so I'll dismiss polymorph.
What to do?
And suppose we want everyone hiding.
An open view. Bit of caution never hurt.
Sylvanus softened my steps.
Salutations.
Only problem is we still have Scratch and Ursa out here. My bad. I should have gotten Ursa in. Scratch we could leave out there, but that's okay. We'll see how this fight goes, and hope that we survive, obviously. Let me hit that.
Softer than a whisper.
So do we just go into combat immediately, or what is the deal if we go in here?
Breathe deep and move.
Does it even matter if we are hiding or not? I mean, we have been discovered.
Another step forward.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
Do we just attack? Then I could have attacked from hiding, and that might be a better option for us. So maybe that's what we'll do. I just don't want to, you know, get into combat here and then have the entire town become hostile. I don't know if that's a thing or...
Always more to be done.
Let's just get Jaheira back before we do anything else. Okay, so...
Let's march!
Seek and you shall find me.
Sylvanus softened my steps.
Better be cautious.
Let's hit the lever.
Don't mind me.
Or should we keep the bridge up and then just fire pot shots from our current position? There is another lever on the other side. So the only people that we do want to defeat are probably the guards. All of these other people are non-combatants, I believe. Do have advantage. Obviously, being on the high ground. If I cast Hunter's Mark, though, I'll become hostile immediately. Let's not worry about the spike growth just yet. %. Path interrupted. Path interrupted. Okay. Just need to get a better vantage point then. There we go. Alright, let's do it.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Yeah, let's attack. Oh my god, the entire... I think the entire city has turned on us. Maybe we need to close the door behind us or something. Okay, sorry guys, let me just redo this. I just want to make sure that the fight that we have is contained, if you get what I mean. But I guess if this attempt at us trying to shut down the Baldur's Mouth Gazette doesn't work, then I suppose maybe we just need to bite the bullet and have the Gazette go out with all the slander in it.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, so now that we're all indoors and we're not in view of every single citizen in Baldur's Gate,
Don't want to think about why my eye is itching.
hopefully we can contain this fight a little bit more. So I want to whittle down all of the lower, like, HP enemies first, if possible. So perhaps maybe going with the guard first.
Just have a few. Breathe quiet. Move with care. I don't need any attention right now.
Yeah, I think we can open with this. Let's do it.
Think you can take me on?
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
What the hell? What? Excuse me? What's going on here? I have no idea what these things are. And how did they manage to get all the way up here? I'm just so confused. I am so confused. Let's do Hunter's Mark. These guys are no slouch as well. 162. Celestial. Permanently armed, opportunity attack. Radiant resistance. We don't have Shadowheart anymore, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Let's do Hamstring Shot. One more attack. Can't exactly move here. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Oh, Lord. Okay.
I cannot die. Please help me.
Damn. I'm starting to think that this is all kind of unwinnable. These guys sort of came out of nowhere. Do they just spawn in if we do decide to attack? That's quite possible.
To think, for decades.
Hop, hop.
Alright, well... Is this any good against foes that are not large, huge, or gargantuan? I suppose it gives us up to 18 slashing. Yeah, maybe not the best then. Okay.
Oh, you've just earned yourself a scathing obituary.
And we're dead. I wonder if this is even winnable. And it's probably winnable if you're super prepared. And lucky, perhaps. Cosmic Omen of Woe. Wow, these guys just deal so much damage. And there goes Will. Yeah, I don't think there's a chance here. Alright. After all of that preparing... So, one thing that I might try is to see if we can raise the bridge once more. And that way it'll just be a lot harder for anything to reach us. But these guys have these like stupid grappling hook things, which makes it very, very difficult to, you know, take advantage of height. They can essentially just like grapple us and bring us down.
You sort of fight. Yeah,
okay, so these guys just suddenly appear out of nowhere. Yeah, let's do it. Good. Again, don't really know if we are going to have any success or not, but I think this is going to be my last attempt. Wow. It's just so punishing, isn't it? And the fact that these guys can just simply fly around wherever they need to go.
Death greets us all, but not today.
Watch this.
I'm gonna do Legacy of Avernus here. And maybe Lacerate. Charm.
You've just earned yourself a scathing obituary.
Alright. I did Misty Step my way away from these two, only for them to catch up so easily. Man. If I move, I will be taking an attack of opportunity as well, which is very annoying. I may as well use Brace, since I'm not going to be moving. Alright. That's ridiculous. Oh, it can jump that high? Oh, man. This is rough. I sort of want to get rid of these two here. I don't really have anything good to deal with, like, close range enemies. can I tuck my way around here? Doesn't look like I can. Just gonna move Gale there. I can't move him back though. Yeah, alright, well. Oh no.
War is an old woman's game.
Yeah, I think keeping the bridge up is probably still the best thing to do. I'm surprised that the enemies don't, you know, flip the switch on their side to bring it all the way down. I mean, let's take our attacks. I wish you could assist companions using some of the summons, but... Oh, that was very underwhelming. I'm surprised that the Steel Watchers don't come to this spot to deal heaps of damage to our guys, or maybe, you know, pull guys down and have some of their allies finish the job. Well, that's one down. Do we have any chance of surviving here? I mean, if we can maybe remove this guy, however unlikely, maybe we might have a chance. Then there are the Steel Watchers to deal with. Yeah, okay. We are looking pretty bad.
For the fallen.
Oh, okay. Do Sunbeam. Oh yes, that's right, that's radiant damage. I forget. Bloody hell. Nice crit. There goes Gale. And we only really have Jaheira, and Jaheira's almost dead, so yeah, I think this is a wash. She's still in it. Holy hell. What the hell? Oh. So how are we still in this? Because everyone's dead. I suppose maybe it's because we've got Scratch outside the Woodwode. Possibly. Alright. I tell you what. I think maybe we go back to where we started the episode from. Because we haven't exactly made too much progress here. I thought initially that we would want to try and, you know, force our way in to shut down the Gazette. Because as soon as we have a long rest, I think the Gazette's going to come out, right? So if we're going to have any chance of preventing the Gazette from coming out, maybe we do need to deal with the Steel Watchers first. Or another thought that I have is there could be a way in through the sewers? Is that a thing? Not sure. I feel like we have not really done anything this episode aside from test the very hot waters of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Right. I think what I'll do is I'll continue chipping away at the lower city, particularly around the Elf Song, because the Elf Song we have seen quite a bit on the inside, but we haven't really done anything on the outside of it. Like, there are plenty of people sort of just enjoying beers and whatnot on the outside, so...
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace, but he does amuse me.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
If we do have to bite the bullet and the Gazette comes out, I wonder if there's a way to clear our name after that.
I should speak up.
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet.
Karis.
She's rather dull today.
Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Flaming Fist in massive recruiting drive. No comment from Hall of Wonders on Automaton. Does Duke Stelmane have a wasting disease? Absolutist cult threatens eastern trade routes. Secret project construction at Gondian Foundry. Ritual murders on the rise. Plum Prosecco, a scourge, says Connoisseur.
Oh, come now, Karis. The broadsheet isn't that bad.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
So, being promoted, I guess, to Archduke is actually called a coronation, is it? I thought coronations are reserved for kings.
Gortash, an archduke. Saw him once at a distance. Looked like too much of a pipsqueak to fill those boots.
Ah, okay. Even more over here. Just run-of-the-mill patrons, citizens. Okay, more back alleys here.
The guard is busy with their patrol and has...
Okay, this is an actual patrol. Don't worry. Tombstones. I mean, it doesn't say that we shouldn't go in here. So I could lockpick that if I really needed to.
It's not what it looks like. I promise.
You don't want none of this. Trust me.
None of what?
I could pay half now and half tomorrow. 2/3 even.
Candle Hallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill.
Stop wasting my time.
A self-help book explaining that true happiness begins with a tidy house and well-polished floorboards.
Afternoon. Do I hear music?
Music?
I reckon there wasn't much merrymaking in the hells.
You reckon right. Maybe for the best, though. My singing is worse than demonic screeching.
A dead rat?
Perhaps your talent lies in dancing instead.
You a favor. You don't want it. It's no scales off.
So lockpicking is, unfortunately, still frowned upon. Stuff on the roof. I could cast Fly again. But I'm only really going to be interested in doing that if we are guaranteed a way in from the roof. Scroll of Charm Person doesn't exactly excite me. I reckon what I could do is I could use Karlak to jump across.
If you can't afford it, stop wasting my time.
Yeah, definitely doesn't seem to be a way in though.
Still breathing, despite everything. At the ready.
I'll give you 3 ounces.
But that's twice what you just said.
I'm doing you a favor. You don't want it.
Hello. Nice day for a walk.
Let me try lockpicking when the guards are gone. Problem is we've got this guy.
We've had supply issues.
Do these guys ever leave?
Not a problem. Take it up with 9 fingers. She loves it when people come.
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Even better when she gets to shut them up.
Don't give me trouble now.
Okay, it's open. Candle Hallows tombstones.
This tombstone appears to be freshly carved. Friedrich Hune. His last connection with this realm severed. This tombstone still bears the dust from its recent engraving. Vari Vanthempur. Unwanted in life, welcomed in death.
Again, Vanthempur. I feel like we see that name over and over.
But the message beneath is clear. Should have left those orphans on the street where they belonged.
I wonder if the gods are watching me. No, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Alexander Rainforest. Meticulous in life, mellifluous in death.
Yeah, so many of these tombstones.
Sample tombstone, modest edition. Maximum engraving length, 3 words.
Are you serious? Everyone seems to have failed there. Let's bring everyone back. I wonder if it's just a clue to something, you know, that might give us more information, or if there's a trap. Could be a trap. I get the feeling there's something behind this bookcase.
Don't give me trouble now.
Probably no traps. Keeping up appearances. Clerk Gravige. Remember, you are in the business of making Candle Hallows tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again. Too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set rather than an actual going concern. The management. Yeah, something fishy going on here. Judging by the positioning of the shop, maybe it connects to something over here. Maybe they're in the business of smuggling. Seekers. If you seek the tribunal, let death be your guide, for what is behind death but murder. Oh. Maybe this is part of the Baelist conspiracy. We might need to try and figure out how to open this bookcase. Here's a plan. I think we'll just grab everyone else that hasn't done a perception check. And we'll just redo the check until we can get there.
Focused on battling infernal forces, the undead. Well,
I think you can redo it if you
in that case,
have a sleep or something like that.
The blade of Avernus, forged by a Cambion. I'd be delighted, though someone else.
So who else do we need? I suppose maybe we can just take Shadowheart.
I need a moment for the two of us.
We'll just redo these checks. I'll pick up everyone else back again.
So Will's the Blade of Avernus now. I suppose that it seems like you have ample company already.
After that, I think we should just, you know, use the guys that still have all of the effects of elixirs and stuff on. Make the most of it. Are you kidding me? So who else? I guess it's just Halsin that hasn't really done it yet.
Will intends to take the fights to the very hells themselves. You are blessed with several Something over there.
Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Oh, it's the painting. Oh, and Halsin wants to speak to us, apparently. Well, I mean, just as well.
I had hoped there might be a greater sense of balance within the city. That its walls might enable sheltering within it to foster community, peace. Yet it is not so. Unnatural steel beings patrol the streets. The printed word sows discontent, and those in need are treated with disdain. You saw how they wished to burn the clothes of a child, as if being crammed in this very city is not the cause of lice and disease. Sometimes it is difficult to see exactly what we are fighting to save here. Sometimes it feels like Korga was right. Nature can only survive away from all this.
I think response 4 is a balanced response. Civilization is but an extension of nature. It can thrive together, if given the chance, same as Thaniel and Oliver.
A fine point. I wish I had thought of it myself. Thank you. Your wisdom shines through even in dark moments. I shall not give in to despair. Not while there is still the chance of a future worth fighting for.
Okay. Man, I was gonna loot the painting anyway. I should have done that. Lord. There we go. Yeah, it's very, very obvious that that was a hidden door there. But let me grab the right people that we want to bring with us. So, Jaheira, Will, and Karlach. Actually, Karlach's right here. We do have some levels for Astarion and for
I can't think of a
Halsin.
better man. No room in your party.
The Blade of Avernus. Flattered as I am, you're fully...
Always good to talk, my friend. Sorry, but... Ready?
Watch your elders and learn.
Yeah, it's a shame we have to resummon all these folks. Yeah, there's the mark of the Absolute there.
I've got a long road ahead.
Lockpicking impossible.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape."
Yeah, let's examine the red symbol blazoned on the door. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. We need a 20 though.
The reddish symbol is vile and repellent, but you're not sure where you've seen it before.
Seriously? Seriously? Oh. Okay. So this is our target here. I wonder if it makes sense to just blaze through and reach this place to get to the problem with the steel watch before then coming back to Baldur's Mouth. I think that it could be something that we test out in the next episode, guys. I know I probably wasted quite a bit of time this episode trying to see if we can brute force our way through the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, which we can't. And in the next one, I'm gonna see if we can brute force our way through to the Foundry, ignoring all of the other sort of points of interest, just to see if we can get the Steel Watchers out of the way and make combat a little bit more easier for us if we do intend to, you know, get into fights. Gonna take a break here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, drop a like down below if you enjoyed it. Chuck us some comments as well about what's transpired so far, obviously. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.